know that Trump has said they are cutting out food benefits, that's food stamp, for the month of November. And people quickly rushed to Walmart, like Walmart became the receiving end. And they were busy stealing. Like people were stealing, camping for food, because honestly, he wouldn't have done this. Looking at this November, it's supposed to be Thanksgiving. Why would he cut it off? Why would he even do this to them? People went to Walmart and they were stealing. And Walmart has relocated. I want you to watch these videos. I'll be back. This is funny. It's painful, but it's very funny as well. But just watch it anyways.
Well, this is an important cup of tea. A whole lot of y'all have reached out to me today about the news that's spreading that people that receive SNAP benefits will not receive their benefits starting November 1st. SNAP benefits, EBT, that is food stamps. And yes, a letter was sent to states to tell them to withhold releasing funds to recipients, dear. And in that letter, they were talking about the shutdown. But that's not what's going on. No, baby, I've got the entire cup of tea. So what you may not know is that back in May, the current regime sent letters all across the US of A to the SNAP departments, to the EBT departments, requesting data on EBT recipients, those who receive food stamp benefits, going all the way back, this is important, all the way back to 2020. Now, what was going on in the United States in 2020? The flu-pocalypse. And because of the flu-pocalypse, people in the United States were receiving SNAP benefits that had never received SNAP benefits before under emergency SNAP benefits. Millions of Americans who had never received SNAP benefits before were receiving them because we were in a national emergency because of the flu-pocalypse. Just like people who had never before qualified for unemployment because they were 1099 employees were receiving unemployment benefits because we were in a crisis here. Okay. So it's safe to say that a whole lot of the people who started freshly and newly receiving benefits in 2020 are no longer receiving those benefits anymore because that emergency is over. Right? Right. Now, blue states refute 27 states turned over that data. Red states, they turned over that data to the federal government about who in their state receives these SNAP benefits. And this isn't regular data. This is all your personal information. You see, we already give data to the federal government about SNAP benefits, not the names of the people who receive it or their home or addresses or their social security numbers or all that other stuff that you put on those applications. Just data about how many people are receiving the benefits and what the amounts are. That's normal. But asking for all this personal data is not normal. And blue states came out to say, nope, we're not sending you this data because this is just another play by this regime to collect data on Americans for surveillance for immigration operations. And they refused to send in that private data to the current regime. And it pissed off the current regime, dear. It did. It pissed them off because legally, these states don't have to turn over that data. They don't have to. Nope, they don't have to. And it's pissed off the current administration. So in a play to try to force Democratic states to hand over your private information, they're threatening to withhold benefits. And it's an empty threat because the federal government doesn't have the authority to come into your state and force EBT to withhold your benefits. However, alarm bells should be going off for you today if you are living in a red state, because these 27 red states complied right away in May and handed over that data to the regime. So there's no reason to believe that those red states wouldn't once again comply with the administration and withhold those benefits. Now, if you live in a red state, your red state actually has the right to deny this request legally and still issue you your EBT benefits, dear. They don't have the right to stop it. in any kind of way. We're going to have to see how this plays out today. But it's making the current regime look very, very guilty, honey. That they're just wanting to collect data, just like Blue State said, for their little immigration and surveillance plays. And imagine the amount of data on Americans they would receive through EBT going all the way back to 2020. They would receive data and personal private information on American citizens who no longer even receive these benefits, dear. It would be a huge data haul, wouldn't it? But either way, from everything that I can find today, they legally cannot stop you from receiving your benefits. They can't claim it's a shutdown, because that wouldn't cause you to not receive your benefits, dear. They can't claim anything, really, at all, as a legal reason to keep people from receiving their benefits. They can't say that it's, they're trying to sort out fraud and waste either. That's not an excuse for withholding funds from people who are not participating in fraud and waste, dear. Okay, so I hope that helps you out a little bit today if you're in fear in some kind of way. I still think you should keep your eye on this if you're living in a red state to see if they're going to comply. And this is going to affect you too, MAGA. If your red state decides to comply full on with the current regime, you're not going to get your benefits, baby. Because, whether you want to believe this or not, Red Hat, with your food stamps and all of that, this was never about sorting out fraud and waste, honey. This was about changing the federal government to no longer support the people who support the federal government. This was about making sure that your taxpayer money never, ever went to you, honey. But yes, that's the tea right there. They've been trying to do this since May of this year. They want the data on Americans going all the way back to 2020, which would include millions of Americans who no longer even receive these benefits. They don't need your personal information to track the data of fraud and waste and abuse within the SNAP programs. They don't need your personal data for that. They already have enough data to see if there's any fraud or waste and abuse. All of it is bullshit. Every bit of it is bullshit. Okay. All right. I hope that helps.
So I made a video earlier. I talked about it in the comments, but I didn't talk about it in the video itself. If y'all think these people that's possibly going to lose their benefits in November is just going to be like, oh, well, I'm just going to sit back in this house and starve, not feed my children. Y'all are crazy. It's about to be Gotham City chaos in this bitch. I went to sleep. Woke back up. This guy said that he worked at Walmart and they had to evacuate the Walmart because people bomb rushed it, stealing already. Baby, it's not even November yet. We didn't even hit October 20 somethings yet, and they already stealing. Y'all, you remember Maslow's hierarchy of law? But first, before we get into that, I'm gonna drop the video. I want y'all to see a snippet. I'm gonna drop it right now.
Because everybody came into my grocery store. I work at Walmart. Everybody came into Walmart bum rushing, stealing, like filling up buggies, running out the store, like just putting all the groceries in their cart because he want to cut off motherfucking food stamps.
Y'all watched it? Okay, so Maslow's hierarchy of law states that everybody's basic needs must be met, right? So you remember back in the pandemic when people were stealing and hoarding toilet paper, even though they had enough toilet paper, but for fear of not getting it again, they bought a whole bunch. So when people go and steal, they're not gonna just steal to have enough. They're gonna steal and have excess because they have a fear of not getting food again. So even though you can afford food, it's not gonna be food in the stores to purchase because people are stealing it. And then the retailers is going to file insurance claims, which also is going to increase their costs. And so then the manufacturers who manufacture the food for the retailers, they still have to manufacture the food, but they just have to do it at a higher price because people are stealing. Y'all get it? Because the retailers is not going to truly be able to pay because people are stealing. And then, you know, let's just say, okay, you working your good job, right? And you're gonna just go about your day. You think, okay, let me just go to Pilates, let me just go jogging. No, you're gonna have a fear because people are going to rob you. Your car may not be there when you get back from Pilates. Or when you're out there jogging, you're gonna get robbed. Because people are like, well, damn, this bitch got time to go jog and exercise and shit while I'm hungry. Let me see what the bitch got. Listen, it's about to be Gotham City. Gotham fucking City.
Donald Trump just fucked up. Like, why would you take away these people benefits? We literally just had to go home because everybody came into my grocery store. I work at Walmart. Everybody came into Walmart bum rushing, stealing, like filling up buggies, running out the store, like just putting all the groceries in their cart because he want to cut off motherfucking food stamps. Y'all, this shit is crazy. Like, I think y'all are getting y'all food stamps in November, or maybe some of y'all is not, but like, they literally just had to like do emergency evacuation at our store because everybody came in going crazy over like food for their kids and shit. And I'm not gonna hold y'all, isn't this the same orange dude that y'all voted for to be in presidency? Like, isn't this the same dude, the same Lorax man y'all voted for? Like, y'all, this shit is crazy. They literally had to like evacuate all of the employees at my job to the back because everybody came in stealing. Everybody said fuck Christmas, fuck holidays, like we finna just take everything out this bitch. Like, this shit is crazy.
People were saying Walmart is going to be the number one enemy this year for Thanksgiving. They saying that Walmart is going to be the number one enemy. You don't believe me? Type in the search engine of what people are saying about Walmart. As you guys know, Walmart is the biggest store giant. Every state don't have a HEB or a Kroger's, but every state has a Walmart. And due to this government shutdown, people benefits being denied, people not, well, the rumors that people won't be getting all of their benefits for the month of November. People are saying that they're gonna be inside Walmart, emptying them shelves out without actually paying for those items. Do I believe that that's possible? I believe that people will do that. But what people are messing up at is they're making videos saying what they're gonna do around Thanksgiving time when it comes to Walmart. Now, all you doing is just basically, you're letting Walmart know to tighten up on their security. Those U-scans, they're gonna have security tighten up so much. But you know what? If people are not gonna get their benefits, it's not gonna matter about security. No one's gonna be inside Walmart shopping, buying anything for Thanksgiving. Do you guys know how much food that they're gonna have to mark down? You think about this, man. Billions of dollars in food stamps are spent every single month at these grocery stores. That's the reason why when you go in there around the first of the month, you see all those fresh produce items, fresh fruits, vegetables, the meat look really nice and, you know, pretty with the little food coloring on it. I'm telling you, a lot of food is gonna get thrown away from these stores. They said that the pantries, the shelter food pantries are running empty. I don't know, man. What do you guys think about people saying that they're gonna be at Walmart stealing and doing all kind of crazy stuff around Thanksgiving time? People are desperate, man. Even before this government shutdown happened, people are already out here struggling. We all know the months with the R's in them are the cold months, but the most 2 months of the year with the R's in them that people stress the most over is the month of November and the month of December, because those 2 months people are trying to figure out how to rob Peter so they can continue paying Paul. You guys let me know in the comments what you think about this Walmart being under attack situation, man. Thanks for watching. So a Walmart employee made a video today, and he really works at Walmart, guys. He's really a Walmart employee. He even showed himself at Walmart and showed footage. He actually showed footage today of people going inside of Walmart on this October 17th, Saturday, 2025, rioting, running out of Walmart with baskets of groceries, knocking people down. They said the police was everywhere, man. And I'm hearing that this is due to the SNAP benefits getting cut off. Now, if this is actually happening in the month of October, we're not even in a month of November where Thanksgiving starts at. So if this is really happening in October, I cannot wait to see what the month of November is going to look like as it edges closer to Thanksgiving. Even though Thanksgiving is towards the end of the month next month, and you already got riots going on in Walmart, I don't know, man. This could end up really, really bad. The decisions to shut the government down, and not just to shut the government down, but to actually have all these people scared and in hysteria thinking that they may not get their SNAP benefits. Them kids need that WIC. They need that milk. These people need those food stamps to fill their refrigerators and their pantries up. Now, I do know a lot of people do abuse the system, but there are some legit people out here who do not abuse the system, man. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of this riot at Walmart. You guys can actually look it up. Just type in riot at Walmart. It's going on. The guy actually showed clips of what was going on inside Walmart. And I know people could Photoshop stuff, but you can't Photoshop a video like that. He said that it was horrible. He said it was so horrible that he ended up going home early because they had them in the parking lot cleaning up stuff out the parking lot, bags of chips that was all over the ground, packs of meat that was all over the ground from people running to their cars. They said one truck pulled up. They dumped a bunch of stuff in the back of the truck while being chased by loss prevention, and the truck sped off and hit a tree or something. It's getting bad, man.
With food stamps already being taken away, a Walmart already got fucking raided. And this is not gonna be the first. I don't know what the fuck the government was thinking by taking away the EBT fucking food stamps, especially right before fucking Thanksgiving, right before the fucking holidays. And if they think the American people are going to be okay with it, you think the American people are gonna go starving? Yeah, you got it all the way fucked up. Expect way more fucking riots at the grocery stores, at Walmart, at Target, wherever EBT is fucking accepted at, yeah. Because apparently the only place that is still getting EBT is New York City and California. But what about the rest of the fucking thousands of millions of fucking people who literally depend on fucking EBT for food? And I heard Aldi is doing a Thanksgiving feeding of 10 people for only $40 freaking. And I don't know how true it is, but you know what? If it is, I'm so motherfucking glad. Mind you, Aldi is not even an American brand. It's a European brand. They don't even celebrate Thanksgiving yet. Our own government don't give people have no food during Christmas, have no food during Thanksgiving. Like, they know exactly what they are doing. They want people to cause commotion, to cause riot, so they can bring in the National Guard, the military, to minimize thieves and all this shit. But these are just people who are fucking hungry. Like, I'm telling y'all right now, this shit is not gonna end in a good fucking way. If y'all are gonna sit here and think that people of this fucking century is gonna sit home and starve while there's mad fucking grocery stores around them, yeah, you got it all the way fucked up. Like, they know exactly what they're doing. They want people to start commotion. They want people to start violence. So they have an excuse to be like, okay, this is the reason why we're going to send the military. This is the reason why we're gonna do this, that, and the fucking third. Like, that's insane to me. Playing with people's food, playing with people's hunger, feeding their families is wild to me. Out of everything, wow.
Yo, Walmart just had to do an emergency evacuation. And you are not going to believe why. So because Donald Trump decided to take away food stamps for the month of November, people are now bum rushing Walmart with big ass buckets, stealing shit off the shelves, pushing shit. It is crazy. The Walmart in my city just had to do an emergency evacuation because people were just running in and just stealing, filling up cars full of food. Like, these people are going crazy over their food stamps being taken for. And why November, Donald Trump? Why November? Because Thanksgiving. What are they going to do for Thanksgiving? Y'all, this is not happening. This is what it has come to. Food stamps are being taken, so people are now resorting to stealing from Walmart. Y'all, I can't make this shit up.
Oh my God, Orange Man is so bad. He don't stop the food stamps for people in November. And they go in the stores and they're stealing. Take a look at this.
Trump just fucked up. Like, why would you take away these people benefits? We literally just had to go home because everybody came into my grocery store. I work at Walmart. Everybody came into Walmart bum rushing, stealing, like filling up buggies, running out the store, like just putting all the groceries in their cart because he want to cut off motherfucking food stamps. Y'all, this shit is crazy. Like, I think y'all are getting y'all food stamps in November, or maybe some of y'all is not, but like they literally just had to like do emergency evacuation at our store because everybody came in going crazy over like food for their kids and shit. And I'm not gonna hold y'all, isn't this the same orange dude that y'all voted for to be in presidency? Like, isn't this the same dude, the same Lorax man y'all voted for? Like, y'all, this shit is crazy. They literally had to, like, evacuate all of the employees at my job to the back because everybody came in stealing. Everybody said, fuck Christmas, fuck holidays. Like, we finna just take everything out this bitch. Like, this shit is crazy.
If we're gonna talk, not only did they say F Christmas, F Thanksgiving, they said F you too. Because you at your job trying to make an honest living, and they came in there stealing. Now, number two, the thing is, when the government shut down, everybody knows that certain benefits are halted because of a government shutdown. But who caused that government shutdown? Is it Donald Trump, or is it because the Democrats, they too busy trying to posture for other people instead of their constituents that receive those benefits? Trump didn't shut down the food stamps. He didn't. Let's keep it real. We got to get out of our emotions, man, for real, for real. And I'm not taking up for Trump at all. I'm not. But I believe that November comes before December when the ACA subsidy is supposed to expire in December at the end of the year. November comes before that. Have the Democrats even considered that maybe, just maybe, we need to worry about our constituents more than trying to get them emotional aroused? See, this is what the media does. They get people in a panic, and everybody's going in making decisions that make no sense. You know, when you go in the stores and you steal all this, merchandise, guess what happened? They raise prices. That's not a smart idea. Because, see, all this stuff going to work itself out at some point. And when it does, guess who had to pay for it? The same people that was in the store, I don't know if they was wiggers or niggas, that was in there stealing, probably both. But that was in there stealing. Guess who had to pay for it? All of us. The people didn't even care about you and your job, man. You had to get sent home, and you sit up here defending this behavior? See, a lot of us, and I've had to receive food stamps at some point in my life. My mom had to receive food stamps when she was raising us. But the thing is, you don't go buy all these debit cakes and all these snacks. Buy some real food. Stop selling to get your hair done, your nails done, and so you can be fancy. So how about that? Nobody's thinking. So the thing is, I'm not taking up for Trump, but right now the Democrats use a filibuster to shut down the government. If they really care, and when the Republicans have came back to them, trying to talk to them about getting things open, and they still not budging, you have people like Jasmine Crockett saying the reason why she voted no, because nobody asked her about anything, like she's the only one that's in Congress. Man, this is a lunacy that really baffles me. But see, we're going to learn at some point how to save. We're going to learn at some point how to conserve and not just sit up and eat everything today like tomorrow is not going to come. We got to start thinking and stop being so emotional. This is crazy.
White folks are waking up this morning to the news that their food stamps did not arrive and that Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving dinner would not be covered by the U.S. government. They thought that he was talking about them whenever he was talking about cutting food stamps. But they wake up this morning and find out that they are very much a part of the whim. They're them. They thought they were entitled. Donald Trump doesn't work that way. He work on the have and the have-not.
We are coming to you live tonight as anger builds across the country. Millions of Americans are finding out their food stamp benefits for November have been canceled. The abrupt move.
President Trump is threatening to cut all SNAP benefits November 1st if the government shutdown is not resolved by then. SNAP, which used to be food stamps, is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. It's fully federally funded across the country. If it's cut off, it would affect nearly 2 million people just here in Illinois, leaving them without their monthly grocery money.
Because they want to punish people during a period where the administration is unwilling to sit down and negotiate or just follow through on promises, we may actually have people who are unable to feed themselves. So we're working on it. We're trying to figure out what we can do and what we can afford to do to support people and how we might be able to support pantries, food pantries across the state.
Illinois administers more than $350 million federal dollars in SNAP benefits each month. The governor says the state does not have that kind of money to cover SNAP, and he hopes the government shutdown is resolved before November 1st.
Oh my God, that's so shocking and that's so surprising. How would you vote for a president that would treat you like this? He doesn't care if the citizens will eat or not. Looking at the fact that people are complaining about the economy, and then you decided to take off the food stamp for November because the shutdown was not, like the terms for the shutdown was not met for him to reopen. No, but that's crazy. But that's crazy anyways. I saw them protesting and all of that, but why do I feel so bad for Walmart? Why do I feel so bad? And you know what? This police were there and they couldn't do anything because the crowd was so much. I saw people doing this with even their kids, and I'm like, no. Come on. Nobody wants to agree. It's crazy, to be honest. Whatever it is, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Where are those ones that always come to tell me, yeah, we like the government you voted for? Is this the person you voted for real? Is he the one? Let me see that in the comments. Anyways, do not forget, it's me. My name is Blessing. On Nobody Should BJ. I'll see you on the next one. Let's go. Keep staying on my page. Subscribe.